Check this out, everyone. I don't know how much more proof people need that these Paris attacks on Friday the 13th, 2015 were a false flag, but I'm just going to show you this because this is going to blow your mind, all right? So, according to the Daily Mirror, one of these witnesses that saw the shooting which occurred at La Belle Equipe, one of the restaurants that was attacked, well, apparently, and you can read it all right here, I'll leave links in the description box below, the gunman that this witness saw execute the patrons at this restaurant pulled up in a black Mercedes Benz. All right? And this guy, according to the witness, was a clean-cut white guy. Clean-shaven, dressed in all black except for a red scarf. Also, the shooter was aged about 35 and had an extremely muscular build, which you could tell from the size of his arms. He looked like a weightlifter. Now, that doesn't sound like your typical Muslim terrorist from Syria. And so this witness goes on to describe the incident. He was not wearing gloves, and his face was expressionless as he walked toward the bar. The driver had opened his door shortly before the shooting began and stood up with his arm and a machine gun rested on the roof of the car. He stood there with his foot up in the door, acting as a lookout. I would describe him as tall, with dark hair, and also quite muscular. Again, they looked like soldiers or mercenaries and carried out the whole thing like a military operation. It was clear that they were both heavily armed, and the gunman was carrying several magazines. They both then coolly sat back in the car and sped off in the direction of the Bataclan Theater. This witness also goes on to claim that these gunmen were firing up at the second-story street windows to make sure that nobody was filming them or taking their picture. Now, if this was truly a suicide mission, why in the world would you give a crap if anyone was filming you or taking your picture? Right? And I also want to iterate that this witness claims they could clearly see the gunman, all right? Like, you don't just imagine this. This is what this guy saw. I mean, wow. I mean, really, though, according to what this witness claims to have seen, these gunmen sound more like Western or Israeli mercenaries, right? Not that ISIS isn't a Western mercenary group as well, but of course they're of Middle Eastern descent, right? This sounds more like something else. And if you combine this with all the other evidence, which goes on to suggest this was a false flag, the fact that they had a multi-site exercise in Paris with EMTs, police, and firemen on the very same day, which enabled all of these, personnel to be basically on alert. I mean, a drill in the same exact multiple locations for the same exact scenario? What? I mean, come on. Plus, I mean, the CIA director meeting with French security chief and the former Israeli national security advisor talking about homeland security in France in the West. I mean, it's just, wow. Wow. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. Right? And then, of course, the Zionist owners of the Bataclan, selling the venue 2 months before this attack occurred, mind you, after 40 years of owning it. Good timing. And by the way, they sold this on September 11th, 2015. Yeah. Isn't that fitting? Oh, that's just so fitting. That's so convenient because now, of course, the Bataclan isn't going to make any money. No one's going to have a concert there anymore. Yeah, don't expect the Bataclan to be back in business anytime soon, or probably ever again. Yeah, so, wow, I'll leave links to all this. Let me know what you think. It's been Press Reset Earth. Keep your head up, stay real, and no fear.